Okay, we're back into the broadcast here. We are looking at the rest of 3x1s, really Trey formation. We're going to look at bunch or look at empty. Empty's not really a 3x1, but the rules could be similar. They could be the same. They could be different. So let's take a look at what I call Trey, 3x0. So this is a formation that is popular in this game. And if you don't know how to play against this formation, you will get your butt ripped. Pause. All right, so where is my quarters defense? Let's just talk about really, this formation is really the same as 3x1 regular, where the X receiver, where's the damn quarters in this thing? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Anyway, the X receiver is spread out wide and by himself, and the tight end is normally in the core somewhere, or he's just 2 yard, 3 yard split from the core in his normal natural position. This is what we call speed at 3. So we have 3 receivers to one side, tight end to the other, usually with the running back over there. And what happens here is your rules really are the same. For start with the corner to the strong side, he's still going to play 1 to 2. And if one goes in like he's doing here on a short route, he'll back off and look to help out on 2 and play his quarters flat, quarter zone, deep quarter, if there's no 2. The safety to the strength is supposed to play 2 to 1. But as in the other video, we saw that safety is backing up and looking like he's playing a very soft zone. He's not going to most likely break on any type of curl or dig of 1. We can just take a look at that right now. Let me just give a situation where you would like to see that safety help out on this curl, and he's not doing that. So I don't call it an adjustment. That's just not what quarters coverage is supposed to do. I'm not sure why they put that in the game. And then the backside safety here in this case is the free safety. He's keying 3, so 3 goes vertical, which again, vertical, I have to describe what that means, is really any route above the linebackers. So this is a 12 to 15 yard dig, it's a vertical. If it was a 12 yard out, it's a vertical. So anything that's going above the linebackers, usually 10 yards is the measuring stick, but sometimes a 10 yard in is not considered vertical. And then the backside corner is using, from what I understand, is supposed to still be the solo technique. And I'm going to test that out right now. I'm going to put my tight end on a shallow. Okay, so I do remember them putting this adjustment in there. So is this a good adjustment? I don't know, because it has to really tie in with the defense. What they will do, what they've done in the past, and this is really something that applied to more of, I won't even go into the other coverages, but when the tight end goes across the field on a drag or a short, shallow route, the safety will take him, okay? And what happens is the corner will replace that safety's technique and now play any vertical from 3. If there's no vertical from 3, he would just zone off and play quarters. So it's kind of like a... In pro ball, they call it a combo rule, me and you type of call. Basically, because the safety's a little bit closer, he will now take that crosser across the field and not expect the corner to get there. I do remember, if I look at this correctly, if I actually press the defense, I'm not on defense right now. I have to take a look at that. Let me actually just switch sides. Actually, no, I won't do it right now. I'm pretty sure if you play press with that corner, he will take that tight end if he runs a shallow. Okay, now going to the responsibilities underneath, I'm pretty sure that linebacker who's in the box, the quarter flat defender, he is going to match the running back to the flat. And that's like I had said, they do a good job of matching running backs to the flat, a good job of matching tight ends running right to the flat right away, but they don't do a good job of getting guys who go vertical and out. All right, and then in the interior, you have the middle linebacker who's supposed to be playing his rules of 3 to 2. So 3 right now is the receiver. So the only time that he is supposed to stay with him is if he runs some sort of inside breaking route, because 3 to 2 and 2's away, he will stay with them. That's what it's supposed to be. Otherwise, he's going to zone his middle hook. So let's just take a 5-yard in and see if he does that. He does. Okay, so he follows the any type of in-breaking route. He's considered what we call a wall player. He's not supposed to let anybody go inside of him. So everything else is fine. Vertical and out, he's okay. He can play zone. I'm not sure where he was running to there, but that's about right. And then the quarter flat defender, again, if number 2 was to go out, which he's not here, he should take him. If he goes vertical, he doesn't have to take him. And if he runs across the field like he does on this one, he goes back to his rules of 3-2. Where's 2? I'm sorry, 2-3. 3's inside. He has to now squeeze inside. So that's why this route's always a good route. A lot of people like to run it because somebody usually gets open, either it be a mess up by a user on that dig route by the number 3 receiver, or the number 2 receiver, he gets open, which should be the Nichols guy. He should stay with that. And technically this defense, I'm not going to say it's broken, but the weakness of it is if you do run 3 guys going in, you're going to get somebody free, and that number 1 receiver usually is the most free guy if you have the time to throw it to him. The computer should not be there. The only guy that can make that play is the middle linebacker, who should just be in a zone and just, see the ball thrown and make a tackle. So let's take a look at some crossing routes. I know that's popular in this formation. We're going to get that deep cross of number 2 or number 3 across the field, and let's see how they play it. But, our rules, I think the makers of this game actually did a decent job at this formation because it's such a problem formation. But we should get pretty much easy matchups here from everybody. Are they going to technically play it right with their technique? I don't know. But you just saw there the weak side safeties playing 3 deep. Okay, so again, he is keen. He is alerting to if the tight end runs across the field, he will switch with the corner's responsibility because the corner's in a solo corner. But right now, there's nobody going out at all on that side, so he will take his normal 3. Safety will take 2, and the corner will take 1. So this is no different than 4 verticals. If for some reason the tight end was to run a corner route or some type of vertical route, the corner would take him. All right, so that's pretty simple. And then everybody underneath is just going to play zone because there's nobody to threaten them. Let's see if we can make this a little bit more complicated. Let's break this up a little bit. I know I don't like breaking play action, but I'm going to do it here anyway. Like I had said, this is pretty much a vertical route, so it's not anything hard to really break down here. But that corner, he should take the tight end, which is what he does, and the safety. That's Buda Baker getting beat by Samuel, which probably shouldn't happen that easily. Let's put the tight end on a drag, okay? Let's see what happens here. So what should happen is, like, the corner who's playing solo on the tight end is he's in a combo with the safety, the strong safety. So here the strong safety, because he's closer from a horizontal leverage, will jump the underneath shallow, and the corner will replace and look for anything coming across, which is number 3. So he replaces the safety and plays them. So the rules are correct there. That's a good thing. They got that done. So, I mean, the only thing that's really left, let me just put the tight end on a corner route, right? And I'm just doing this for the sake of the video. Let's put the running back on a swing. So the corner to that side, to the tight end side, will take him. We get a match by the linebacker. Everybody else is playing football. So, I mean, that's what you get a lot of from this formation. Those 2 plays are huge. I don't think there's really any other play I have to look at right now. Dagger. Let's take a look at dagger just for the hell of it. The dagger play is a play that some people run, but we should get the safety, the strong safety, taking the tight end's drag. The corner should take that crossing route across the field, and really, I mean, that dig is going to be taken by the corner, the strong side corner, and the free safety is going to take the vertical. So this should be pretty simple. Shouldn't be anything hard to. Yeah, I mean, it plays out well. So quarters is a good defense, man, versus this formation from the passing game standpoint. Running game, some people will try to abuse you with it, and that free safety needs to get down, and he needs to play basically one of these interior gaps. So you're it's a little bit weak that way. I guess because it's a mirrored defense. Oh, geez, I flipped it because I'm on offense. It's a mirrored defense. What I say by mirrored means that you're playing quarters on both sides. You're not playing any half quarters, half two, or anything like that. You can flip the defense and get the defensive line to give you some better run fit gaps. But we're talking more about that another day. This is more about coverage. All right, let's just go now into the bunch formation. So, bunch formation. Okay, so now we're kind of back into the 3x1 family. I just want a normal bunch if I can. I don't know if they have one here in this playbook, but it's fine. Let's just start with one of the easier combinations. Spot. So basically, bunch is back into our 3x1 family. I know this is a 3x0. What I mean by that is the tight end's by himself on the backside. But to the bunch side, okay, I'm just going to run a play because I want to talk through it from the replay standpoint. For the bunch side, so you got to be 3 receivers align close within 5 yards of each other, okay? And what we have is it's a check called box. Okay, box means there are going to be 4 defenders playing a box type of technique over the top of these 3 receivers. Okay, so what that does is similar to the 2x2 snug video where I use the word zone it. The corner has the first outside vertical. The safety has the first inside vertical. When I say first, I mean the guy who comes to him first to the inside, and vertical, which is over 10 yards, he will take. Now, the quarter flat defender, usually, just like he did in the snug example, his responsibility is first to the flat. So when I say first to the flat, really what you're doing is looking for anybody out of this bunch to come out and go to the flat. It's just an easier way to describe it. You're not looking at 2 or 3 or 1. Usually it's number 3 that goes to the flat, just so you know. But there are some plays where number 1 goes to the flat and stuff like that. Number 1 being the receiver in the most outside, number 2 being the one in the middle, number 3 being the guy on the inside. But anyway, he will take the first one and he will match it. So when I say take it first to the flat, it's a match technique. This isn't a let me just kind of go 10 yards deep in the zone and could react up. No, it's a match. Let's go get him right now. And then the inside linebacker, who is usually the 3 receiver hook player, he's really wide here. He doesn't need to stand this wide. But he will be playing what we call wall technique, okay? So he will take the first, basically, inside route. Okay, so whoever comes to him first and runs a route that's breaking in, or in this case, tries to stop. So this is a spot combination, a popular combination in pro football. And his responsibility is to wait for him. He might think he's running a shallow. If this was a shallow cross concept, he would take this shallow. But he stops. The receiver's trying to find an opening in the zone, which is why people run this play on offense. But that linebacker is responsible for him. So that's called box. Okay, so it's really an adjustment to a bunch formation. Now on the backside, this is no different than playing regular quarters. Okay, so in most 3x1s, or when I say 3 receivers to one side, or 3x0s, again 3 receivers to one side. The backside safety is keying 3 to 1 weak, but here he's not. He's just basically playing quarters technique. And with this type of split, just to go into a little more depth, a lot of times the corner and the safety will use that same communication they did when the tight end was aligned on the line of scrimmage, which is a combination, many different words for how you do it, but basically they would inside outside this guy. So if he was to run some sort of shallow, the safety would take it. If he runs a vertical, the corner would take it. So just something to think about. But right now we're playing base rules. I gotta look at some more tape per se to see if this corner is playing solo, meaning that if I put the tight end on something quick to the outside, would he just jump him? We're going to find out right now. Or is he just playing true zone? A lot of times they play true zone, but he's playing actually more of a match, as you can see right there. So he's playing solo on that side. So there's really no difference to 3x0 formation to these guys on the left-hand side. And so the linebacker that's in the box, he's playing quarter flat. He's taking 2 to the flat if he runs out to the flat. But you see how 2, the running back ran he ran out but ran up, like he stemmed him vertically here. That kind of does slow down the technique of the the quarter flat in this game this year. So anyway, that's pretty much what we get there. So I can show some more combinations. There are beaters that beat box coverage, and there are plays that are just, box coverage is meant to really shut down. Like, I pretty much ran the spot combination, so that spot combination is pretty much shut down with this type of defense. Let's see. As you see, there are some double move routes. That's kind of meant to beat the coverage a little bit. If you can get double move routes, like I said, I'm not going to go through everything because it would probably be way too long of a video to go through all the different combinations that beat or are bad. But let's look at drive corner. This is a wide bunch, but they should still play it the same. Okay, it's just a little wider. I want to see if that middle linebacker takes the shallow, and he tries to a little bit late, but he did what I called try to wall. He's supposed to really just try to cut this guy off, but the middle linebacker, the 3 receiver hook player, should wall this shallow route coming from number 1. Okay, and in this case, this is one of those plays where, oof, interesting. Okay. A normal bunch, if we saw the last time, this safety was not coming over to play number 3. In this case, he is. I don't know if that's a mistake. Let's just take a look at it one more time, because he's not supposed to come all the way over. He's supposed at box. He doesn't need to be over there, but he is doing it here. Interesting, and that's the reason why he's coming over to play number 3, but then he's treating number 3 like he's not running a vertical, and so is the middle line. I'm sorry. Yeah, it should be the well. Nobody's playing this guy, basically. So that's a broken play. That's a broken play. The linebacker's obviously walling. That should be the safety's guy. Anytime you're in a box call, I would always kind of talk about this, man. Like a 10-yard dig, like it's your safety. Whoever's playing the vertical, like I said, if he goes above linebacker depth, which right now he is above all the secondary, all the lower defenders, guys playing on the second level. One of the deep defenders has to take this. And as you see, nobody's taking this guy. Nobody's taking the dig. So there's 2 things happening here. We're losing the box that I thought we would have. So that's broken. And we're also getting the backside safety who's coming over like it's a normal 3-by-1, but then doing nothing, not taking the guy across the field. So I just showed you a play that beats the hell out of quarters. If you get the time to throw it, you're in good shape. You're in excellent shape. Just take a look at the quarter flat defender here. First to the flat. There's nobody going to the flat, so he becomes a curl player, and he should just sit by the numbers and try to play underneath any type of corner routes and then react up to the check down over here. So just want to talk about that. And then this quarter flat on this side, again, this is where it's screwed up. We talked about this in the 3-by-1 video. He is backpedaling out like he's playing zone. He should be matching number 2. So the fact that he's not matching number 2 is a huge problem. So we're not going to get to empty right now. Empty's going to be way too much to kind of go over. But you can see there's issues in the quarters coverage. I think there's more issues than last year. I don't know if this is done because the game is programmed to be how it was when it first dropped back in this time last year, and then they have to go do the same corrections. I don't know who's in charge of this in EA Sports that needs to go back and make the corrections they always seem like they need to make throughout the year. Tighten up defense, fix the issues. But these rules are rules, man. Like these NFL rules on how you play these coverages really don't change too much. I'm not sure why we have to go through this as gamers and have to wait for a change that really should be fixed from 2-3 years ago after they've changed it. I'll get off my soapbox. Talk to y'all later. Peace.